Hi everyone, it's Cheeky Chat Gaming, keeping it simple. Wanted to do a bit of a quick video here. I don't know how quick it's going to be. As you can see, it's nearly 10 a.m. in the morning, and in fact, it is now 12 minutes past 4 in the United Kingdom of America. Yeah, so it's pretty early. I've not been on the game for a week, 4 days, something like that. I've been out real life fishing, trying to catch the end of September before it disappears on me. Because when it gets too cold, I can't go out because my back. It's a bit of a mess. Um, so the cold just wipes me out. So I end up with the heating on full blast at home all over the winter period, which is a shame. So I can't get out fishing properly. So I'm trying to take advantage of this last bit of heat we're having in the UK. Heat, well, warmer weather than what we normally get this time of year. And tomorrow's going to be really well. This morning, I should say. Today's going to be quite warm in the UK. So I'm probably going to go fishing again for the day today. I'm just looking at my. It says it's going to be. Let's have a look. What's it going to be? It's not going to be that hot. It's like 14 degrees, but that's good enough to get me on the bank. Anything below 10, I'm not going out. So yeah. So I might just go on my local pond and just see if I can bat a few fish. I've had a pretty good couple of days. So this peg here that I'm fishing on. Let me give you the coordinates here. So I'm fishing on the duck cove. There's coordinates here. And I've got two nets in here. And the reason why I've got two nets in here is to stop me from falling off the ledge. Because if I step to the right on my net, where my net's in the water, and you fall down and you can't hold a rod there, I'm literally stood in the water. You can't see me. If I catch a fish, I'll show you. I'll go to first person so you can see one. Oh, there we go. Just on the cue. I've been catching lots of silver bream. And bingo, there we go. A 1.78. Yeah, let me go F1, guys, so you can see I'm stood in the water, look. How bizarre is that? Now, I've been catching these silver bream here on Nightcrawler. So this is a great spot to catch the ones that are over a pound, but be warned, you will catch carp. I have been catching carp here. On the P, also on the dough, and that is stuck on the bottom. I think I'm too close. I'm normally a bit further out than that. But Nightcrawler, I've been catching carp, bullheads, European perch, and silver bream. I've got about 5 or 6 silver bream in my net now. But you need to use a stronger rod and line. You can see that I'm using the upgraded float rod, which is the 1800 coin one. I've got the 1200 reel on as well, 1200 coin reel. I've got an 8-ounce float on, and I'm using a 10 hook. You can catch the silver bream on a 14 hook here. You'll catch the carp on it as well, but be warned, if you catch a big one, you might snap your hook. So yeah, this is a pretty good peg. I'm catching lots of commons, lots of mirrors, bullheads, Europeans, and probably I think I've had 5 or 6 silvers. I'm not going to be on here long, guys, because it's early in the morning and I want to go fishing in real life. So this was just a bit of a quick video, really, to show that you can catch silver bream in this peg. Now, I would say this is probably a medium-sized carp peg, more than a silver bream peg. But if you're using a starter rod and you come here, you need to put the 4.85 line on, and you need to be ready to snap off because it might happen. So you want to bring yourself. I reckon if you use 14 hooks, you'll catch the silver bream rather than a carp. You will catch the carp on a 14 now, but they'll give you a mega run. So be warned. It is a hot spot, but I wouldn't say it's a hot spot just for silver bream on its own, because it's not. But it's a mix. It's a mixed bag of it. I've not had a tench here yet. I've not had an idea because I know there's hide around here. So yeah, but predominantly, if you're using lighter tackle, you'll catch the silver bream on here and the perch and the bullheads. Here we go. We've got a lay down. There we go. Rotsky. There we go. Perch. I don't want to release. Thank you. The reason why I'm putting all the other stuff in the left hand net is because I wanted to just. I'm going to go and empty this net before I finish my video, so you guys can see how many silver bream I've got. So I'm just going to fish this until my Nightcrawler runs out, and then I'm gonna shoot off. I only wanted to make a very, very quick video. But it's interesting. I don't know if you guys, you new guys especially, if you look at the bait in the shop when you purchase the bait, when you click on the bait, it tells you what the size fish you can catch on that bait. So, for example, on bread, it goes from 0.1 ounce up to 4.41 ounce. So, obviously, you're not going to catch a 10 pounder on bread. So, a lot of people won't even recognize that. They won't notice it. So, if you look at the different baits, like I think caster, I think you can only catch up to 11 pound, 11.5 pound on a caster. So if you're expected to catch anything bigger than that, you won't. So you need to be aware of that. So you need to use bigger baits to catch bigger fish. So I know for a fact the night crawl, I'm pretty sure you can catch up to 44 pound on a night crawler. Not that I've caught anything up to 44. I'm not even sure. I've not looked at the worm, but I'm guessing the worm will be a bit decent as well. That's probably going to be up to 25 pound or something like that. Maybe even bigger. I don't know. I'll have to check it. I haven't looked at it for ages. But that's a tip for you new guys, so that you know when you're buying bait, check it out before you buy it. You know, read what it says on the can. A lot of people will have done that, but quite a few people, oh, I'll have a maggot, oh, I'll have a castor, I'll have sweet corn. So at least you know now if you check that out, and then you know it'll give you an idea of what you need to use line wise and hook wise as well. So yeah, it's like 10:32 in the game. I'm just gonna get. I'm gonna fish until my night crawler disappears off the hook, and then I'm gonna run to the shop and sell the fish. So you can see how many fish I've got in my net. In fact, I'm probably going to sell both my netfuls and then I'm going to call it quits in the game because I want to go fishing. It doesn't get light in the UK until about 7 a.m. this morning, I think it is. Let me just check my phone, see what time it is. Yes, sunrise this morning is 6:54 in the United Kingdom. So I want to get on my peg early because I know it's the weekend. I never fish on the weekend in real life because there's so many folk about. I don't want to be taking pegs because I can go and fish them in the daytime, but in the daytime, in the week time. So yeah, but I want to go this morning. So depending on the weather next week as well, I'm going to try and go a couple more times before the end of the week. Next week, what we got? Oh yeah, we've not got. So today, high of 14. Monday we've got a high of 15. Tuesday 15. Wednesday 16. So it looks like Thursday, Friday next week, and then that's me done after. Oh no. Following week's not bad either. Oh, Tuesday's 19th, the following Tuesday. Oh, well, we might be all right then. Still might be all right for a couple of weeks. Fish this peg all the way through in the daytime, so you can catch it, but you have to wait for the bites like I am here. If you keep pulling in and out, you won't get a bite. And you can increase your bite rate by changing your bait because I've noticed that if you change your bait regular, you do get 3 or 4 fish and then it goes quiet. So it's one of them. You've just got to be really patient. That's the name of this game. I'm determined to get a 5-star silver bream out of this lake. There's got to be one somewhere. I reckon there's some big tension here as well. So I'm going to be sniffing for a big tench peg on here soon. Going to be having. I'm going to fish each of these pegs because some of the pegs that are on here are gorgeous. I mean, the name pegs you get your name on the board, but the ones that haven't got names on them, there's some great little pegs around, and that's where you find your little hot spots. If you want for having your name on the boards and that's all you want to do, then that's cool. But it's not a big deal to me. If I get my name on the board, whoopie do. You know what I mean? It's a bonus. But you'll know from my previous videos, I don't sit on the same I don't sit on the same pegs all the time. Pretty much, I'm on the lookout for something new all the time to find something. And I'm at the moment, I mean, obviously, I've just spent all my money. If we have a look at my coin, let's have a quick look at my coin. See, I'm down to 41.2 because I've just bought that massive net. Oh, what's that? Says I've got a fish. A new record, personal best. Must be the carp. I don't know, it's gone. Where is it? Oh, it's the silver bream. Oh yeah, because I had a 1.71. So yeah, I've even beat. I didn't even realise that's how much I'm watching. What an idiot. So yeah, I've had a 1.70, 1.71, and now a 1.78. So we're getting close to that too. I reckon there's got to be a bigger one than that in here. There's got to be a 2.5 or maybe a 3. There has to be because there's big roach about. So you'd expect to be able to find one of these at like £3 something. I catch bream on my pole when I pole fish in the UK. I love bream fishing. Me, I think it's brilliant. Catch some big slabs on the pole. It's fabulous. I've got a Daiwa, which is a beast of a pole. It's a 16-meter pole that I've got. I've had it for about a year now. It's fantastic. I smashed the 5 section on it when I went away this summer fishing. I hit a 20 plus carp on my pole, and instead of pulling it straight back and letting the elastic do the work, I held onto the pole and smashed it. I was like, gutted. That cost me a sharp £500 to get a 5 replacement. But yeah, what the hell? It's all fun, isn't it? So yeah, I love fishing my pole. Massive elastic in the end, catching carp on my pole, so much fun. Yeah, I got the top of the range Daiwa pole, and they're like a lot of money in the UK. They cost about 8.5k. It's ridiculous, really, with a load of top sections. But I've had so much fun on it. In the year that I've had it now, it's just. In fact, it's coming up to 2 years now. I think it's 2 years. This Christmas I've had it, but I've had so much fun on it. It's brilliant. Yeah, it looks like it's gone all quiet here, guys. I'm gonna give it till midday. This game here, because I don't want the video to be mega long. So let's see if I can just get one more bite on this. Then I'll show you my depth before we leave, so you can see how deep I'm fishing. I think I'm fishing at 5.4. It says 5.2 down there, but I can't remember. But nearly 6 foot out. Should have put a P on. Might do that. If I get another bite before midday, I might put a P on. Just see if I can get a silver on the P. Because it was this time when I started fishing here, very first time, I started with P on, and the first thing I caught was a £10 carp. And then straight after that, I caught 2 silvers around 150, 164, something like that. I'm actually gonna leave this in for another 5 minutes game time. So at 11:15, I'm gonna pull this crawler out and put a P on for the last 45 minutes of game time. And then I'm gonna walk to the shop and sell my fish so you can see what I caught. I'd really like my float to go under now so I can change over without taking it out. I don't like taking it out until I get a bite. But I'm definitely taking it out when it clips on 15 minutes. It's just 2 minutes away. It's 1 minute away now, so I've got about another 10 or 15 seconds, I think it is. Right, we're coming out. Right, let me just check the depth for you. This is old money, so I'm fishing at 5.4 foot. So let's take the night crawler off and put a P on. Right, so there you go. That's what I was showing before. So look, you can catch a fish from 0.44 to £48 on P. How cool's that? So on your worm, you can catch 4 up to £11. On your dough, you can catch up to £22. This is up to £77, and your bread's like three. Oh, it's 3.31, not 4. Caster was 5.5, not 4. And I think maggots are small one. That's the one that's 4.1. There we go. And then on the corn, you can catch up £44. So yeah, cheese is 44 as well. Don't know what we can catch on that. £11 on that. That's interesting. £15 on the fly. 77 on that. Right, so let's stop faffing around. Let's get this on and get fishing. Let me just go on my hook quick because I want to repair my hook. It needs repairing. I've not repaired it, as you can see, for ages. There we go. Right, so let's get out there. See if we can catch one more silver on that on because it's like 11:22. I'm only going to fish till midday. Probably catch a carp straight away. What'll happen is you'll catch 3 or 4 fish on this, then it'll go quiet again, and then just put a worm on or put something else on, bit of corn or whatever, bit of dough. Dough works well in the day. I'll be disappointed if I can't catch another silver bream. It would have been nice to have caught. I would like to have caught a £2 while that big perch out there just jumps out. If you didn't see it, just wind the video back and watch it jump out. It's huge. Looked like about £4. I so wish they'd make these floats go lower into the water. It stands so high out, they look silly. In fact, I might have it dead large because I had it right at the back, was fishing further away, so I'm going to move it down to 2 again. There we go. Didn't make any difference. So the depth is actually showing it's correct, 5.4. The other day, on my previous videos, it was showing 4 or 5 inches different as if you had a hook length on. So obviously they've sorted that out. Yeah, I think they missed a trick with this game. You should be able to click on a person that's next to you and get them to join your group. And then if you get a group of you together, you should be able to go on a server together. And then you should be able to bid or put some money in a pool, not in the water. I mean in a pool, obviously a fishing pool, so you can, so you can pay first, second, and third, or whatever. If there's 10 of you or whatever, but if there's like just a couple of you, obviously winner takes all. I just think that would be a great asset to this game because it'll just make it different from all the other games. 20 minutes to go. And then we're going to the box office at the top, the old mongers there, fishmongers, to sell our kit, and then you can see what we've had here, guys. And then that'll be the end of the video. Just want to thank people as well for telling me what they've been catching the fish on in certain pegs and that. Because obviously, if you find a good peg that you want to share, guys, hit me up on Discord. I'll hook up with you in a multiplayer, and then you can show me the peg where you cast in, and then I'll make a video on it, and obviously I'll give you a mention for finding the hotspot. So it's just a great idea of sharing hotspots where you're catching something continuously all the time. You need to test it for a couple of days to make sure it does work and it's not just a one-off. It's a bit like my Tench Bream one, which was cool. Found another one actually the other day, but I haven't fished it enough to throw it on a video yet. Yeah, my brother found that, so that's pretty cool. He's found a couple of places that I've not mentioned yet, which I'm going to do, you know, somewhat on. We'll get that done. Because if we can share as many spots as we can, then people will be able to benefit from it. And then you'll have an alternative place to fish if someone's not fishing well. But there's so many places to fish on these lakes. You could be here for years trying to find a decent peg, but I'm sure it'd be great as well if the game could sort of like have seasons, so certain fish bite more often in the summer than what they do in the winter, and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? It'd be cool. Well, we're 11:51 and we've not had a bite. It looks like my peg's gone dead, which is very unusual for this place. However, when it goes quiet here, I fish to the right, like I say, and I usually catch fish there. But because of my time constraints, because I want to be on my bike in a minute, I'm gonna just fish for another 8 minutes and I'll be gone, even whether I catch a fish or not here. Because I want to nip to the shop and empty my nets out so you can see what I've caught, guys. Kind of expected to catch a silver bream on the P, if I'm honest. I've only got this one P left as well, if you notice. I've got no green line or yellow line or red line. It's the last one. I could do with really leaving it in until I get a bite. What time is it now? Let's have a look at my watch. 4:34. I need to be gone for 5 a.m. Got to load my car up yet, so I might just give it another 20 minutes in here. Till 20 past 12 or something like that. Mallards. Heck of a walk round there to the fishmongers up on the hill there. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it, guys. At least you saw me catch the silver bream and a couple of other bits and pieces. Um, I'm conscious of my time because it's so early in the morning. I want to take advantage of it. Yeah, I'm going to tug it out. I hate doing this. I hate pulling it out when I put it in with something fresh on. I like to leave it there until I get a catch. Even if it's on for an hour or whatever, I don't care. I'll sit there and sit on it. But yeah, I'm going to pull it out now. Sorry, guys. Right, so let me get all this out of the way, and then let me just show you. So if I step up of here now, you'll see why these landing nets, why these keep nets are protecting me from this. Look, that's what happens when you step off there. You fall into the water. Yeah, so let's have a quick look on the board. You'll see that I've got second spot on there, 5.5. So yeah, there's not. I've seen bigger fish than this on here. I've seen 10 8s, something like that on that mirror carp. But that peg where that duck is, just to the right of that duck in the middle of that. So let me just put my rod out there so you can see what I mean. So I reckon it's about. See, I'll have to do an underarm to get there. Yeah, that's just probably a little bit too far. I reckon if you come in a bit further. So I reckon around about there, around the 58, 60 foot mark, that's a great place there as well. But you need to ledger there. You won't be able to catch it on the bottom from here. So yeah, you can fish in a little bit closer than that as well, like level with the reeds, sort of like these weeds over there to our left. So the point. So you see this weed bed here, so you can probably cast about there. I don't know how far I can cast. No, let's see how far I can cast. No, I can only get it to sort of there. Yeah, it's not very far out that. I'm pretty sure I've fished further than that before. Yeah, you can actually get in the water here though. Again, I think it's about here it falls off. So let me just wind it in. So I think, yeah, so you know what? It might have been here, guys, where I was fishing. Pretty sure I caught some here as well, right on the edge of this water. Level with that post. Pretty sure it was there. And the reason why I know, because when I first came to this peg, I was fishing in the water, but I was fishing where I put my nets. So basically, I was fishing. So I was casting to there from here. That's how I found this peg. So I thought, oh, right, I want to fish that, see what it fishes like. And then I ended up moving across like this and getting it shorter so it was quicker to get it. Are you with me? That's how I found this particular hole here. So I cast it from the left and moved across here. But anyway, I'm putting it back into fishing. I have no intention of doing that. I just wanted to show you guys so you knew exactly where we were. Right, let's go and sell these fish, show you what I've got, and then that'll be the end of the video, guys, because I've been on for... It's got to be over half an hour long, this video, and I didn't want to make any more hour-and-a-half videos because it takes forever to upload it, because I do them in 4K. So, and I want to get it done before I go fishing real life, so I've got shitloads to do. I've got my car to get ready, I've got my tackle to set up and get ready and stuff, sort my bait out. Make some sandwiches and what have you in a flask. I'll have to get a picture one day of me on all my fancy tackle that I've got. A real life picture, and I'll put it on Discord. Right then, let's see how much money we get for these fish. Couple of hundred maybe. Got 2 nets to sell. Right then, so in that net, oh, it's showing them all in one. Oh, right, okay. Oh, I must have put some other fish in there. Right, so look, there you go. 1.71, 1.70, 1.52, 1.39, and 1.78 my record. Look at that. Your personal record. I'm sure it said that one was as well, but I've overwritten it, obviously. So yeah, it's only a 4-star, so personal record of 1.78, which is cool. So yeah. And the perch are not bad either. Look how much money you get for the silver bream, and then look at the weight difference for that, and you get more for the perch. That's the same for a 1.37 perch, so the perch are worth more. Let me sell all them, and let's see what I've got in my other net. So I've got 3 carp in there, and they sell for 101. So you can see it's pretty cool. Right, guys. So that concludes my video for the day. Hope it's been enjoyable for you, and you've learnt something. So I'll catch you on my next video. Tight lines, everybody, and thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you on my next video. Cheeky Jack Gaming, keeping it simple. Bye.